guys, welcome back to some more F1 2017 and the final part of Season 1 of our Renault Career Mode, and today we have the Championship finale in Abu Dhabi. We have Lewis Hamilton versus Sebastian Vettel, 15 points in it in the Championship, something like that anyway. And yeah, it's anybody's game. You would say Sebastian Vettel is the overwhelming favourite. He's only got to finish 5th in the Grand Prix to win it, I think. I don't know how many Grand Prix have won, but if Sebastian Vettel finishes 5th, then I think he's pretty much won the championship. And yeah, it's been an exciting season, really good to sort of be a part of, and we've had our fair share of battles. We're 1 point away from meeting Felipe Massa in the rivalry. We're hopefully going to get some R&D points today as well to develop the car. Going into next season, we're probably going to be looking at going for maybe the downforce upgrades a little bit more, maybe the chassis upgrades a little bit more. Powertrain might be an area to look at as well. We definitely need to get more upgrades in motion, if you like, before the end of the Grand Prix, or end of the season I should say. This is the power units that we're going to go for. We're going to go for 5, and then that's 61, that's 54, so we'll go for that one. Yeah, we'll go for 34, 7, 71, 62, 69, so it'll be that one we go for, and then we go for that final power unit as well. So plenty to look forward to in this Grand Prix. We're fighting for 5th in the championship, level on points with Daniel Ricciardo in 6th going into this weekend. Let's see how we can do in this final Grand Prix of Season 1. Leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win the World Championship? Who do you think, or where do you think I'm going to finish in the championship, 5th or 6th? Let us know down in the comments now. And, well, first part of the weekend, we'll hand over to the qualifying report, hopefully with Toby, but it might be with me. But for the final time this year, let's hear the story of qualifying.
With the championship climax upon us, qualifying was absolutely crazy in Abu Dhabi. The F1 penalty system was at its most scrutinised by fans today, with 16 of the 20 drivers on the grid getting grid penalties, meaning that the grid is incredibly mixed. With the championship battle the most important, Sebastian Vettel has the upper hand on the grid in P7, with his rival Lewis Hamilton down in P11, and his teammate Valtteri Bottas starts to row above in P9. Going to the back of the grid then, Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll take up the back row with Kevin Magnussen in P18. Max Verstappen is completely out of place in P17, along with Felipe Massa in P16. Sainz takes P15 with Romain Grosjean, Nico Hulkenberg and Esteban Ocon between the Spaniard and Lewis Hamilton in P11. Alonso takes P10 with Ricciardo P8, and in the back seat now in the fight for 5th with Hannard. Hannard takes an amazing 2nd, with Kvyat and Ericsson taking the 2nd row without penalties. Van Dorn and Verline take the 3rd row, with Kimi Raikkonen taking pole for the final Grand Prix of the season. The grid is completely mixed, so can Hannard and Vettel use this to their advantage to go for their respective objectives? Or will Hannard help his compatriot Lewis Hamilton to his 4th world title? Well, with many questions to be answered, let's go to the grid for the finale, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from the Yas Marina circuit.
What a year it's been, Ant. It's been an absolute pleasure. And now, how are you feeling ahead of Lights Out tonight?
Well, it's been a breathtaking year of F1 action, and there's one more sting in the tail to come here tonight, I reckon. We've been all around the world, but there's still everything to fight for, and what an occasion it is as well. There's a real sense of anticipation every time we come here to Abu Dhabi, and here's hoping it's a fitting end to a very special season.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, and a Renault alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Kvyat, Ericsson, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Verline, Vettel, Ricciardo, Bottas, and Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Ocon, Nico Hulkenberg, and Grosjean, Sainz, Massa, Max Verstappen, and Kevin Magnussen. Stroll and Sergio Perez rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Let's finish the season on a high.
Yes, Jeff, let's do that indeed. A very special introduction there for you. One that'll probably be, well, definitely be copyrighted for me, so I won't make any money off this video, but hopefully it adds to the dramatic end to the season. We're starting P2 in this final race, which just about sums up the second half of the season. This is the setup we're going for. We actually had a decent qualifying in 9th. Wasn't too shabby, made a few mistakes on my fastest lap, so could have easily probably got 7th, but yeah, second on the grid it is, and well, hopefully we can get involved in this title fight. But you know, it's looking very much like a Vettel win. Obviously Lewis Hamilton has to finish at least 3rd to even have a chance of winning the title. We're going to have to try and get past Kvyat here, and we do. So yeah, it's up to Lewis really, but he's down in 11th. The only other thing is, what if there's a Sebastian Vettel failure? I think we're going to get disqualified for that contact. We are. So we're removed from the formation lap on this final race. That was my fault. So we'll skip that, and yeah, hopefully we'll see what happened. But here we go, ready for the lights in this final Grand Prix. Lights out, away we go here for the championship finale in Abu Dhabi. Kvyat off to a great start. We weren't off to a bad start, but Kvyat has jumped us into turn 1. But we push him wide and we're into 2nd after turn 1. Kimi Räikkönen has ran away from us. Already. We need to really catch him if we're to try and help Lewis win this championship. Our British compatriot, we'd certainly love to see him win a 4th world title and prevent Vettel from winning that 5th world title and equaling Fangio, but it is going to be difficult. But yeah, you never ever know. Vettel might have to retire from this race, and then all of a sudden Lewis Hamilton only needs to finish 3rd, and I think he will win it. I haven't looked back at the episodes to see who's won the most Grand Prix, but if Lewis Hamilton finishes 3rd, then it will go back on to count back, and yeah, it's anybody's game then. But Kimi Räikkönen currently leading this Grand Prix, led very early on, but had a couple of DNFs throughout the season, which has hindered his title hopes. We managed to hold off Danny Kvyat there. So yeah, thank you so much for the support this season. That's all I want to say. The views have been great on this series, and thank you for all of the interaction and the comments and stuff as well. There will be a season 2. I don't know whether it'll be out on Monday, but I will certainly be doing a season 2, I think. And maybe with another team, we'll have a look at the contracts that were given at the end of the season. But Kimi Räikkönen leads after the first lap. Now Danny Kvyat having a look at us. We're on the last legs in terms of our engine parts, so we're really down on power in this Grand Prix. So you'd expect Kvyat to be able to pass if he gets a chance, but currently we're in 2nd position. Well, we go wide there, and Kvyat is through, as is Ericsson. That was a really terrible corner for us. We'll try and come back at Marcus Ericsson now. But Kvyat up into 2nd now, and we know that in Mexico, Kvyat managed to stay in front of us for most of the Grand Prix, so that really isn't good. But Kimi Räikkönen really leading the way so far. I think Hamilton is just behind Vettel, and it looks like Vettel is in something like 6th, so Hamilton currently 7th, not doing enough obviously, needs to outscore Vettel by 15 points, so yeah, it's looking like a foregone conclusion that Sebastian Vettel is going to be a 5-time world champion.
And to add some information on Vettel, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Well, that is very interesting. Vettel has a problem. He's slowing down. I wonder if he's got a puncture or something like that. That is huge for the championship though, because now Lewis Hamilton will surely push to try and get up to 3rd place. Now we have to decide what we're going to do here, whether we're going to try and help Hamilton win the championship, because Hamilton, we can see he's only a few cars behind here. I mean, Hamilton's at the back of the train that we are fronting, and we can't get away from Ericsson here. It's not that I'm trying to slow down the bunch to help Hamilton. We just simply don't have the pace at this stage of the race. It's mainly because of this. Look at this. Terrible percentages on stuff like the internal combustion engine. That might even blow up in this race, so we might not even get to the end. So Lewis Hamilton will be licking his lips right now and trying to get up here into 3rd place. I think Vettel must have a puncture, because there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. And it looks like the car is going very, very slowly indeed. So Vettel isn't going to score any points today. And that is absolutely huge. Lewis Hamilton can still win this championship, although he's not making much progress up the field. But pit stops is where he's going to make his gain. I thought he might come in this lap just to get the undercut. So we're coming through now. And we're now into 2nd place. So Kvyat leading the race. He's pulling away from us as well. Not too quick a speed, but yeah, I think Kvyat has beat us today. There's not much we can do about that. It's just we're struggling at the moment, and that's the nuts and bolts of it. But we're getting involved in the championship fight here. Well, here comes Ericsson down the inside. That really shows how little power we've got in our engine, that we're being beaten by a 2016 Ferrari engine there. That was really, really poor. So Ericsson and Verline are the 2 cars behind me, and then I think it's a Red Bull and then Hamilton. So this is very, very interesting here, and we're coming into the pits this lap. So yeah, we're very much in this title fight, and it's not really our fault. But if Hamilton stays out one more lap, he's definitely going to get the jump on us, you feel. We're coming into the pit lane now. And we're in. And Hamilton doesn't, well, Hamilton comes in with us, so he goes in. We'll keep an eye on who comes out first out of Hamilton, and by the looks of it, another Red Bull, and it looks like Hamilton has come out just behind me.
Let's get some heat into those tires.
So we're not going to get involved in this championship fight. We're going to try and get... Oh, I thought Hamilton had crashed into the wall there. I thought Hamilton had crashed, but apparently not. And well, Ocon has come out in between me and Hamilton's at the moment, so we're behind Valtteri Bottas, who I assume started on those soft tyres. He surely hasn't pit onto them, because he wouldn't be this far in front, surely. But here comes Ocon. We just have nothing to defend against that. We're still in lead, actually. But there's Hamilton. He goes through. So Hamilton is ahead of us now, and he's really, really pushing for the championship. This is really exciting for the championship finale. We'll try and follow Hamilton through his progress up the field. But we just simply don't have the power to do that. And look who's coming up behind us. It's Daniel Ricciardo. Remember, we're tied for 5th with him. He's the guy we're fighting for 5th place in the championship. We desperately need to stay ahead of him if we have any intentions of finishing 5th in the championship, which we definitely do. We're not going to give up 5th place in the championship easily. And this will help Hamilton as well. Teammate in the pits, that's Nico, of course. Will this be our last race together? Who knows? Who knows? But I think the most likely thing is that we stay, unless one of the big 3 teams come for us. Might consider Williams, Don't really know, to be honest, but yeah, we're back up to 10th now. Hamilton up to 9th, of course. This is very, very interesting what's going on here. Vettel with that puncture. Surely hasn't thrown away the title in that one failed swoop. But he may well have, you know. And we're expecting the likes of Verline and Ericsson to come in this lap, and you would think that we've been quicker than them on the outlap. But here comes Daniel Ricciardo. This is important for our championship. We're going to go into Rich now, and we're going to dive it down the inside. Here, we're going to do a Daniel Ricciardo on Daniel Ricciardo. Try the switchback. Come on. We've got the DRS wide open. This is a chance to get back past Daniel Ricciardo. We go down the inside, and we're through. That was a big move. That was a big move, and Hamilton looks like he's made the move on Ocon up ahead. So this is really, really exciting developments in the championship. Is Ricciardo going to try and come back at us here? No, he's not. So for now, we live to fight another day. So Lewis Hamilton setting fastest laps. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo. He's having a look into the first turn. We're having none of that. And we've come out ahead of Verline by the looks of things. So we're up to 6th. Hamilton currently in 4th. I really want to look at the race director here. I really want to look at it. So Kimi Räikkönen leading the race. Bottas in 2nd. Kvyat in 3rd. But Bottas has already stopped. He has already stopped. So Hamilton now needs to catch up to Danny Kvyat to possibly take the title here. This is insane. Is Hamilton going to manage to pull it off? I can actually see Danny Kvyat ahead on track. Surely Hamilton is going to be quicker than him. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo once again in our little battle. We stay in Rich Mix. And we're going to go down the inside once again. We're going to try a similar move to what we did last lap, but yeah, maybe we should have been a bit more aggressive there. Daniel Ricciardo's through, and that means he's currently in 5th in the Drivers' Championship now. And I don't think we're going to get him back, so that's, well, that's a terrible corner cut. But at this stage we're trying anything to get back past Daniel Ricciardo. I just don't think we've got the power. We're going to keep in Rich Mix. Try everything available to us. Oh, we go wide. That's terrible. We're crazy. And I think probably the first time. Hamilton, as you can see, going through the first sector. That's Massa through. We don't even care about that right now. Although we'd still try and get through and manage to just about pull it off. Is Hamilton through? That's the question. You can see on the minimap down below. This is intense racing. Shall we have a look on the replay camera and see if Hamilton is through? Oh, he's still stuck behind Kvyat. Surely it's going to happen on this straight. Lewis Hamilton right behind him now. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. We'll have a look at it. When we get onto the straight, we're kind of compromising our own race here, worrying about the championship, but who on earth cares?
Right, some information on Grosjean. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Well, Grosjean's out of the race, and now we've got our teammate Nico Hulkenberg right behind us for 8th place in this race. Absolutely unbelievable development in this Grand Prix. Are we led to assume that Hamilton is through on Kvyat? Shall we have a little look and see if he's done it? Pardon me. I think he has. Hamilton is through on Danny Kvyat, and he's got quite the gap as well. And now he's closing in on his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Will he finish ahead of him by the end of the race and win the championship without having to worry about countback. This is honestly unbelievable. Well, we're going to take the inside line here over Nico. Surely he's going to just fly past us. And now Verstappen having a look as well. We've been overtaken twice on the same straight, but we're going to go down the inside of our teammate here. He waves his hand up in the air. Oh, we make a bit more contact there and lose a bit more of our front wing. We were trying to do the cutback on him. Nico Hulkenberg through, and so is Verstappen. This is demoralising, to be quite honest with you. It's just a lack of power. Now we know how Fernando Alonso feels like on all the straights. Well, we have a train of cars behind us waiting to pass on the DRS. We're going to take the inside line. Stroll has took the inside line too. We nearly squeeze him into the barrier. Can we have a look down the inside once again? Yes, we can. We're through. And now Stroll and Verstappen are going side by side. We've got the two Saubers in this train. This is bad. We're being pushed along by Stroll. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a huge incident. That was a huge incident back there. I want to have a look at this on the replay. That was unbelievable. We were just being pushed along by Stroll on this straight. We just sort of keep out of it. And then, oh, it's the Sauber. Look at this. What happens is, the Sauber comes across, hits Stroll into us. Sauber goes round, hits Verstappen. There's just debris flying everywhere. We go around the outside, we're through. And, well, look at that. For a bit of a pile-up. That was a huge incident. Unbelievable there. And now we've got even more damage to our front wing, and surely we can't finish this race in the points. We've got 2 laps to go after this. And this has been just a little bit of a disaster. And, you know, looking at our engine now, 90% on the ICE. Perez has been disqualified. So I don't know what he's done, but yeah, surely we've got to come into the pits. Goodness me. I'm going to try... Ah, no, we can't. Never mind. Well, we're in, and it's been a bit of a disappointing end to the season for us here, with just a lack of power. No spot. No, we can hope for a few retirements, and now 14th place wouldn't be the end of the world. Although Vettel is now overtook us, he's up to 14th place after that puncture. So that shows how strong he's came back in this race, trying to win this title. I don't know where Hamilton is. It's all going to be a bit of a question mark as we come into the last couple of laps of Season 1 of F1 2017. So Kimi Räikkönen has won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I don't know where Lewis is going to finish, but that'll be the excitement. As we cross the line, we'll find out who the world champion is. We're being passed by a McLaren now. You can see the smoke visibly coming out of our engine now. Everything's just gone a little bit wrong in the end here, and it's a really big shame. You never know, we might be able to get Van Dorn again on the next straight and finish 14th in our final Grand Prix of the season. We have got the DRS. We're going to go into rich mix. We're going to try. We're not even getting close. That just shows you how much straight line speed we are losing because of the power output of the engine. We started second in this Grand Prix. A series of incidents such as going wide. I think that changed our race really, where we lost the place to Kvyat, but also allowed Lewis Hamilton to go through, and maybe become the world champion. I never thought I would be saying that, but I don't think Vettel will have gone to the points. So somebody's gone through in 13th. I assume that's Vettel. Here comes Van Dorn. He's going to finish 14th. And we're going to finish in 15th place in our final Grand Prix of the season. Maybe our final race for Renault. But let's find out who won the World Championship.
Over the winter and come back stronger next time.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula One World Champion.
It's Lewis Hamilton then. Goodness me.
And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium. And as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. This also means that there's no catching our leader anymore, and we crown a new World Drivers' Champion. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Difficult call, but I'd say Lance Stroll. He was committed the entire race, and it's paid off with the result.
The Constructors' title may already be decided, but with that result, Mercedes secure the Constructors' title. They've been truly outstanding since the very first round of what's been a thrilling championship. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So there we have it then. Kimi Räikkönen won the Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton managed to overtake Bottas at the end. Was it a bit of a team orders thing? Who knows? I guess we'll never find out who had the most wins in the season, unless one of you guys wants to go back and check. So Bottas finished third. Kvyat a brilliant fourth. What a race from him. Ocon in fifth. Ricciardo sixth. Hulkenberg 7th, Sainz 8th, Stroll 9th, and Ericsson in 10th. We finish all the way down in 15th place, meaning in the standings we're down to 6th. Lewis Hamilton won the championship by 3 points to Sebastian Vettel. Bottas finished in a very good third with Kimi Räikkönen in 4th, despite winning a hell of a load of Grand Prix. Daniel Ricciardo pips us to 5th position in the championship. We finish 6th. Which I think I'm quite happy about. Would have definitely took 6th and 150 points at the start of the season. Just a bit disappointed how it all ended. Verstappen finishes 7th, Perez in 8th, Massa in 9th, and Nico Hulkenberg does manage to get into the top 10. In the Constructors' Championship then, Mercedes win for a fifth consecutive year. Scuderia Ferrari run them close, 594, and then Red Bull in 3rd. We finish in 4th place with Renault. Force India finish 5th. So that is going to be the end of the race, but I will see you in the hospitality suite for whatever is about to come. I'll see you guys then. There we have it then, some resource points in the bank. We've got nearly 3,000, I don't really know why that was. As a result of your performance across the season, an additional 2,049 resource points have been added or awarded to aid in preparations for the next season. That is really, really good. But yeah, we've lost reputation with all the teams, which is a big shame as we're coming down to the end of the season. But what will happen? Will we get any contract offers, or will we be staying at Renault? I will just turn up the volume of the Elgato, and yeah, we shall find out, I guess. Not quite yet. Here we go.
Hey, quick question. How are you here? Are you happy? I mean, obviously, I hope so, but you do have some other options if you're up for a new challenge. Let me just grab the door. I had a call from another team a few weeks ago. And, well, things have moved on since then. These are the offers I've managed to put together for you. You don't have to do anything with them, but let me know what you think.
So here we go. Oh my word. We have an offer from Red Bull. I mean, look at this. We could either move to Toro Rosso as a second driver, move to Haas as a second driver, or move to Red Bull as a first driver. That seems silly. But it's Red Bull. A chance to battle for the championship. You know, podiums and race wins on a regular basis. I think it's too good an offer to turn down, to be honest with you. You know, I've really enjoyed it at Renault, but my worry for a season 2, if we go with Renault again, is it going to be same old, same old? So, yeah, I think we're going to go with Red Bull in season 2. But to find out, you'll have to watch the next episode. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me and for the channel, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Thank you for all the support on season 1, by the way. Goodbye.